Well, today is going to suck. Hello, Winter Storm Olive. I despise you. As a driver, there are not a lot of things that I hate more than when people don't do their driveways and their walkways. And I get it. Maybe it snows at night like it did last night a lot, and you don't have time to in the morning before you run to work. It'd still be nice to make at least one little pathway for your delivery driver. If you're expecting a package, I'm not expecting a package today, but I did it anyway, just because it's just one of those things for me. So if you get snow where you are, think about your delivery pros and consider making it a priority to clear your driveway and your walkway. If you get packages often, I mean, there are people that I deliver to almost every single day, and I would say a majority of them do not think about clearing their driveway and their sidewalk. Sometimes I'll deliver to the same place 3 days in a row, and they won't take the time to do their driveway or sidewalk in that whole time. They're just gonna let nature take care of it. They're gonna wait for the sun to come back and figure it out for them. I don't like that attitude. Please don't be one of those people. I waited a little bit longer to head in today because of the weather and because I'm not particularly heavy on my route. So it'll all balance out in the end. I should be able to get done in a good enough time to get home for a little bit of lunchtime before having to head back out. But yeah, I was the optimist who thought this storm wasn't gonna be too crazy for us specifically. And then last night around like 1 a.m., it just shellacked us. I've got about, I think my ground cloud reads 87 total stops. That's including my pickups. I have one apartment building that's got 11 counted as one. So take away my 13 pickups and add back in those 11 stops, and we're gonna be right around 90 stops by the end of the day. So nothing too crazy. We'll see if the weather slows me down. It probably will. That's okay. I kind of planned that into my day today. So we are gonna head to the station and get sorting. You ever seen a truck have to get double jumps before? So I'm hooked up here to that guy, and now I'm gonna hook up to this guy as well and get her started. I know you guys were excited to see how that double jump was gonna go, but the station is sending everybody home. Wow. This has never happened, and I don't know, I'm looking around, and I guess I grew up here and I've lived here my whole life, so a little bit of snow doesn't really set off any alarm bells in my head. This doesn't seem awful to me. The storm had a lot of hype behind it, that's for sure, and we just experienced 2 weeks of relatively good weather, so it was kind of annoying that we were getting more snow when we thought that that part of the year was kind of over. So there's all that to consider, but we have never been sent home for weather before. Now the thing about that is our trucks are all sorted and ready to go, all loaded up, and we are getting local stuff tomorrow to take out and deliver. So they are going to pile the new stuff on top of the old stuff and are expecting us to make those deliveries tomorrow. There's a whole bunch of complications that none of us like the sound of that come along with protocol like this. So this vlog is gonna leak into tomorrow, and you're going to get to see how we deal with this crap show. I'm gonna be honest, I have no idea what I'm gonna do with myself the rest of the day. So, gonna head home, eat some breakfast, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. All right, folks, we're gonna try this again. As you can see, it's not actively snowing, but it's definitely snowed more. And it is 4:50 a.m. and we're off to the gym today. So first of all, when did we start naming winter storms? I have lived in Utah all my life except for 2 years, and we have never had a winter storm that blew through that we named, and we have had plenty of winter storms, obviously. Those 2 years that I didn't live in Utah, I lived in Canada, and if a big winter storm blew through in the middle of the week, you know what they called it? Wednesday. Anyway, I'm heading to the station now. I was looking at my ground cloud earlier, and I only have about 15 more than I had yesterday. So remember, yesterday I got there, I sorted my truck, and then they told me to leave. So everything that was on my truck yesterday is right where I left it. And then they just added more to it, I guess. I don't really understand the protocol for this, and obviously they haven't been very clear about it. They don't communicate super well. But nothing sounds more awful than your truck already being relatively full of stuff, and then the next day they just add that day's load on top of it. That doesn't seem like a super good idea, but I wouldn't be surprised. The guy, whoever the guy is at our station who controls like volume and stuff, is a total jerk. Don't know who he is. They probably keep his identity a secret to all of us, because if we knew it, we would try to find him. Anyway, I'm super interested to see how this goes, but so far from looking at my ground cloud, it doesn't look like it's gonna be awful. The one thing that I do know is I'm pretty sure they are only pushing new volume from local sources. So example, if yesterday a contractor decided to send out his trucks and they did their pickups and then took them to the Salt Lake station or to our station as an example, and any of those products are going to be delivered in my area, I would get those for today. So we only have trucks coming from Salt Lake County to Utah County and vice versa. There's nothing coming from out of state because trucks are being wintered wherever they were when the storm hit, which sounds super sucky as a truck driver. My heart goes out to y'all. Anyway, we'll see how this goes. Can you guys help me out with this? What is this license plate? Buck beans? Buck bins? Buck buns? I don't understand. Comment down below if you understand. These lovely idiots took everything off of our trucks and are now resorting everything from yesterday plus today. This is a trash heap. I don't know how well you can hear me, but here's our double jump. 2 sets of cables, one running to the truck next to me on the left, one running to the truck next to me on the right. And it will still take my truck a second to charge before I can actually get enough juice to get out of here. All right, we're gonna give her. Right there. Come on, take. We're gonna give her another minute. Round 2, fight. Come on. Yes! Now we gotta unhook her and get the freak out of here. All right, just got off my lunch break. It only ended up being about half an hour because of when I was able to finish my deliveries. Already got one of the pickups out of the way, and now we're gonna finish the rest of them, and we'll talk a little bit more when I'm done. I'm expecting it to be a little heavier on the pickup side today since we didn't do any pickups yesterday, so we will see how that goes. So things got kind of crazy there at the end, and I just got caught up in it and didn't film the end of my day. I ended up filling that truck up floor to ceiling, front to back, and that was when I still had 5 pickups left to go. So once my truck was filled up, I went to those other stops, and most of them are usually pretty light, and so they had things here and there, and I used those to fill in the odd gaps here and there, which really just looked like me reaching over the wall of boxes near the front of the truck and just dropping them wherever they would land. One of those stops is one of the heavier ones on the route, and I actually didn't even go there. I crossed paths with the UPS man who mirrors my route, and I asked him, because I knew he had gone there before me, how did it look for me over there? He said that they had multiple pallets for me. So I texted my manager, told him about that, and my manager just told me to get what I could from the others and head on in. So that's what I did. I thought that maybe he might ask me to grab another truck and head back over there to try to get it. But when I got back to the station, I realized that I was the only truck in our contract that was back. So we didn't even have an extra truck for me to take over there to fill up, which is crazy. That almost never happens. So anyway, now I'm home making pizza, waiting for the fam to come home so we can have dinner. Winter Storm Olive, you will not be missed. If you had crazy things go on in your work schedule because of Winter Storm Olive, go ahead and sound off in the comments down below. I'd love to see what kinds of things you guys had to deal with as well. If you liked this video, I'd appreciate it if you would like and subscribe. Of course, check out the affiliate link down in the description to Lem's shoes and the one for Axle hearing protection as well. If that's something that interests you, I would really appreciate that. And as always, deliver safely.